Gaffer, an emphatic victory again to end our season. Sadly, it is the end of our season. How do you feel? Mixed emotions a little bit?
Just frustration really, because the team showed again what it's capable of in a one-off game, but obviously over the last 6 or 7 games. But there's obviously been spells this season that have just left us short. So we have to learn from those. We have to improve. But I couldn't have asked for anything more from the players after the Harrogate game. Because 4 defeats, heavy defeats on the trot, and in a big hole, and how the group of players and the staff have responded in the last 7 games has been phenomenal really. So great credit to them. It gives us all extra belief going into the summer that next season we can be better and go better, and we'll have to be if we want to be successful.
1 point outside the playoffs we finished. Do you look at that and how frustrating that is to have missed out by such a fine margin, or like you mentioned there, do you look at the last 7 games, how impressive we've been just dropping 2 points in that time and winning the last 5, and how strongly we reacted to that tough spell a couple of months ago?
Yeah, there's a bit of both, but I've been in the game long enough to know after 46 games you are where you deserve to be. There's no luck involved over 46 games. You might look at a result today going somewhere else, or a little bit today, but it's over 46 games and you finish where you deserve to be. So the teams that have gone up deserve to go up, and we finished where we finished. But what I would say is I agree with your point that the last 7 games will give us great optimism going into the summer, that there's a framework of a really good team there. And I think we pretty much know where we have to improve as a team and in our approach to things. And I spoke this week about consistency. That's something that we have to give ourselves, in longer spells than 6 or 7 games. We've had some real good streaks of wins, 6 on the bounce when we first came in, and 6 out of 7 here. But we've also had 8 games without a win and 4 defeats on the bounce, and that's where we have to improve and learn from this season. I've learned. I'll continue to learn about this club, about the players that we have. So I believe we'll all be in a better place when we come back in pre-season to give it as best shot as we can.
Game itself today, 4 different goal scorers, seemed to be a thoroughly deserved and controlled performance from the word go, really.
Yeah, I think we had a couple of scares on the counter attack where they went close at 0-0, but we were the dominant team. We were, I'd say, in control of it, apart from those couple of counter attacks, and it would have been great to score a little bit earlier, but the players showed a great composure, because I think there was a bit of frustration around the stadium when it was 0-0 still after 35 minutes or so. But Newport showed they weren't just going to come here and lie down. They got their pride to play for as well. But the players kept trying to play the way we want to play. Created opportunities. It was a great opening goal from Cav. Fantastic cross and the build up and the cross. Brilliant header. Corky gets one just before half time, and we just challenged the players to win the second half as well. So I was a bit frustrated when we conceded. And after Bobby's fantastic strike, but delighted to get that 4th goal to make sure that we met the challenge we had at half time about winning the second half. So really good performance, thoroughly deserved 3 points, and 4 different goal scorers, which is something we have to. We've been talking about a long time about having more goal threats than just Andy Cook. I think the players that also scored today have shown that they have that for us. So fantastic.
What do the weeks and months ahead look like now? The season's over and we know exactly where we are. We have full clarity on our situation, and it's not even May yet. Is that a good thing in the sense that we've got all this time to prepare for next season and what we hope will be a successful?
Yeah, well, I've said it many times. Whatever happens, you have to use it as a positive. You have to use any time, any action, any sort of issue as right. How do we learn from it? How do we get better? And having I don't know, a couple of months until pre-season starts, we have to use it wisely, and we have to use it in the best way possible. So the players will have a recovery period, but then they'll have a comprehensive off-season programme to stick to, and it's important they stick to it. It's because when we come back for pre-season, we're going to be working exceptionally hard to make sure that we're successful next season. So it gives us a time frame to not have any excuses going into next season's work. And we just got to make sure we do the work right off the pitch, as in our recruitment, as in our planning. improving any aspects we feel we have to improve around this team to make sure that we're better than we are right now. It's always the challenge is to improve. If we do that, then I think we give ourselves a great chance of being successful next season.
Just finally, an important day for the club, marking the 39th anniversary of the Valley Parade Fire disaster, which is coming up next month. Your first time being a part of this fixture and the occasion, how did you find it, and how pleased were you with how the players conducted themselves, how the staff conducted themselves, and how, again, the club comes together as it does every year to mark this occasion? Yeah, well,
I spoke during the week about us all being made aware of the importance of this day and what happened in 1985, and I think it is my first experience of it as the manager. I think it was very well done. I thought it was respectfully done. I thought it was hit the exact notes that it needs to hit, and I just said to the players there that I'm proud that they did the people that passed the greatest respect today by playing in the fashion they did. I think it's not just important as a result for us, but it's important that that we buy into and show respect to what Bradford City means to everybody, and I think the players have done that today. So it's such a horrendous sort of occasion, as in what happened, but what Bradford are doing are trying to make better of it and take positives from it by bringing everyone together, and I think that's what we have to take into next season.